Hey there, I'm Dr. Richard Maddow, and once again, welcome to the Dental Practice Fixers Podcast, the only podcast in dentistry that does mystery shopper calls every single episode. And hopefully we give you lots of great information too. So I am Dr. Richard Maddow, co-founder of the Maddow Center for Dental Practice Success. Thanks so much for joining me today. It's been so great as I've been traveling across the country, kind of getting back into the swing of doing seminars again. And so many people are coming up to me and saying how much they enjoyed the podcast. So I really, really appreciate it. Thanks so much for listening. As a matter of fact, I want to start this one with a little story about a speaking engagement I just had in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is home to the University of Arkansas, a really cool town. Very much enjoyed my time there. And it was really special to me because of all these speaking engagements that got delayed by COVID. I think this one was delayed the most. It seemed like we tried to reschedule it a gazillion times and finally got out there and just had a blast. Met so many nice people. So it was the Friday that I'm doing the seminar. I'm sitting at the Waffle House in Fayetteville, Arkansas at 5 a.m. One of my favorite places to be, Waffle House at 5 a.m. It's like sitting at the Star Wars bar. You know, what a cast of characters in there. And the place is packed. I'm thinking about, like, why is this place packed at 5 a.m.? Well, yeah, the waffles are great. The coffee's, we'll give it a decent. The coffee's pretty good. The service is fast, maybe not, it's fast. Well, let's put it that way. It's fast and it's maybe perfunctory, but it's great. It's exactly what you would expect at a Waffle House. And it's pretty much the only game in town for a breakfast like that at 5 a.m. And I was sitting there thinking, wow, this place is packed because they're the only people doing what they do. And it reminded me of something about the Grateful Dead, one of the greatest bands of all time, certainly one of my favorite bands of all time. If you're not that familiar with the Grateful Dead, you might not realize this, but in so many ways that I can't even describe now, they're different than just about every other band out there. Now, they're long gone, of course. They've continued in different iterations, but way back when, kind of in their prime, the great concert promoter, Bill Graham, was asked if the Grateful Dead are the best at what they do. And he said, they are not the best at what they do. They're the only ones who do what they do. And I'm sitting there thinking, Grateful Dead were one of the most successful bands ever. Waffle House is packed at 5 a.m. These are two great examples of not being the best at what you do, but being the only ones who do what you do. And of course, as we all do, I started thinking about dental practices. What if you were the only dental practice who did what you did? I'm not even talking about a procedure mix. I'm just talking about the way that you make your patients feel. And the good thing, I don't know if it's a good thing or the bad thing, but we'll just say the good thing is that the bar's kind of low. If you just do a bunch of things right and treat people like they deserve to be treated, you'll be the only ones who are doing what you do. Now, of course, I do a whole 6-hour day-long presentation on these kind of things, but just a few quick little examples. When a new patient calls, answer the phone right away when it rings, no voicemail, be incredibly pleasant, and offer up an appointment within 48 hours of the time they call. People love this. We used to think, well, that makes us look like we're not busy. I'm going to act like I'm booked out 6 months ahead. People love coming in right away, and they're ready to come in right away. This will reduce your no-shows and cancellations as well. But say, hey, we can see you tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. If that's not good for you, we can see you Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Which works best for you? Get them in right away. Now you've got a new patient on the schedule. What if the doctor actually called the night before to introduce himself or herself? Hey, Jim, this is Dr. Maddow calling. I see that we've got you on the schedule as a new patient tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. First of all, I just want to personally thank you for trusting us with your dental care. And before we get to meet in person, I wanted to see if there are any issues or concerns that you have to get us more prepared for your visit. Wow. And you can leave this on voicemail as well. People are blown away. They've never had this kind of service before, ever. You can be sure they're going to show up, and you might even learn something from that call. Now, when the patient comes in, front desk team members greet the patient like you're actually excited to see them. Stand up. Don't slide that ugly frosted glass door thing open. Stand up, go out to the reception room, shake their hand, say, welcome to the practice. You must be Linda. It's so great to have you here. Be excited. When the patient gets home after the first visit, they're going to get a handwritten note in the mail from the doctor, and it's got to be from the doctor in the doctor's messy handwriting, welcoming them to the practice. If they had a procedure done that involved an injection, they get a night call, or maybe the PPPV. It's even better, the PIC post-procedure video, just a little 10-second video from the doctor and maybe the team, the clinical team, just saying, we're just checking in to make sure everything's okay. We're so happy the procedure went well. If you have any questions, reply to this text. Boom. 5 seconds. They've never seen anything like this before. All these things that I'm saying are things that are going to make you the only ones who do what you do. Don't run late. Never run late. Again, I do like a 45 to an hour long segment on this in my seminars, but you can do it. Don't run late. Make it a commitment. Our policy is we do not run late. And then when a new patient or even an existing patient comes in and you greet them, you can say the magic words. Don't even sit down. We're all ready for you. Come right back. Now, there are many, many different magic words. These are my favorite. Don't even sit down. We're ready for you. Come right back. Explain everything you're doing, whether it's the exam, procedure, oral cancer screening. Explain it in plain English that any sixth grader can understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. Go the extra mile on pain control. I remember sitting in a dental practice and the place was jamming. I said to the doc, "What's your secret?" He said, "It's simple. I don't hurt people." Give the most painless injection possible and don't treat any patient who is not 110% numb. Going the extra mile on pain control goes a long way. So again, I could keep going, give you 100 things, but this is a great start. The fact is, you need to do what other people aren't doing, and then you will be the only dental practice doing what you do. This is a great topic for a team meeting, even a huddle. Get everybody together. Talk about how important this is and come up with some great ideas to make it so you are the Waffle House / Grateful Dead of dental practices. All right. I'm so excited. As you can tell, this is great stuff, and we're going to get to our mystery shopper calls in just a minute. But first, I want to let you know that if you are processing your credit card transactions through your dental practice management software, I'm going to be a little bit harsh now. You are getting ripped off. They charge way too much. Yes, it might be a slight bit more convenient to do it that way. If you don't do it through your software, maybe a team member has to spend 30 seconds at the end of the day reconciling the charges against your balance sheet. 30 seconds to a minute is all it takes. I'm telling you, it reminds me of like the old copy fax scanner from way back when. They did everything, but they certainly didn't do everything well. Well, your practice management software does a lot of things well, but one thing it doesn't do well is give you a good fee on your credit card transactions. Switch to Stacks like we did at the Matter Center because they do not charge that nasty overage percentage. Just a low, flat monthly fee. So stop getting ripped off by your PMS. Go to matter.com/save, madow.com/SAVE to learn more about using Stacks in your practice. One more quick note. Most people listening to the podcast or watching the podcast on YouTube are not on our email list. So if you're not on our email list, which we send about 5, 6, 7 emails per week to tens of thousands of dentists and team members across the world, actually, you don't know that recently we had a special offer. We called it our Practice Breakthrough Coaching Offer. It's the first time we've ever done this. You can go on my calendar and schedule a block of time with me, and we'll talk all about your practice and offer some incredible suggestions. It's actually a practice breakthrough coaching session, and we'll do it for you at no charge. It's for practice owners only, located in the United States, and it's technically not open right now. My calendar was so slammed when we did it through email, but I just realized when we started recording this that if you're a dedicated podcast listener, but you're not on our email list, you don't know about this. So I want to give you a shot to do it too. Just go on my calendar, click and schedule a time. It's madow.com/chat, madow.com/CHAT, and I will give you a no pressure, no obligation practice breakthrough coaching session No charge. It's for U.S. practice owners only. Matto.com/chat. I can't wait to talk to you. When you go in there, you'll see that I've intentionally left tons of time open over the next few weeks. So I'd love to hear from you with a little chat. Okay, the time has come for our mystery shopper calls. Kind of did a little theme, low hanging fruit, you might want to call it. I've got Delta Dental. Do you take it? I know I need some crowns. This should be a really easy one. Let's go over to Command Central here and we'll start with call number one.
Dentistry, this is Celeste. Can I help you?
Oh yeah, I just got dental insurance. It's for the first time. It's called Delta Dental. Do you take that?
We do take Delta Dental. However, we ask that you pay us at your visit, and then we send it into Delta. Delta sends you a check. It usually takes two to 3 weeks to get that back. So we're not in network with them, but we take Delta.
Uh-huh, I see. And will what you charge me be the same amount of the check the Delta sends me?
Not, it just depends on your plan. Some plans pay pretty close to what we charge. I know, like for cleaning, some people have to pay $3 or $4 out of their pocket, but then other plans pay less. So it just depends on your plan.
Got it. Well, how do I know? How do I find out?
Well, you would contact Delta to see what they would pay for a cleaning, and then you could ask the office that you want to see what they charge.
So I would just call Delta and say, how much do you pay for a cleaning?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
then
go ahead,
you
please.
could check around. There are certain offices that are in network with Delta. I don't know who they are in town, but there are some.
Okay. Sounds like I might not be a good fit for you then, huh?
They might not.
Okay. Can't win them
Well, check
all, huh?
around.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Wow, wow, wow. She 100% assumed that because this practice was not in network with Delta, that there was no way I was going to appoint. She made no attempt to wow me and tell me how great their practice is and tell me that they have plenty of other patients who have Delta insurance that come to them and they help them get reimbursed and that it's worth it. I mean, all these different things she could have said to get me to come in. She did the complete opposite. She pretty much told me not to come in. Don't come in. This office is not for you. Now, I know it takes a certain skill set to get in network patients to come in when you're out of network, but she just made zero attempt. She didn't know anything about me? What if I had heard from other people? This office is so great. I don't care what insurance you have. You have to go there. It'll be worth it a little bit extra out of pocket it costs you. She had no idea. Not only didn't make an attempt to get me in, but she talked me out of coming in. Woo, not good. Okay, let's go to the next call.
Office. This is Debbie. How can I help you?
I have a question for you. I just got dental insurance. It's called Delta Dental. Do you take that insurance?
Yes, we do, but right now we're not taking any new patients.
Really? Why? Why not?
Well, we had lost some help, and we were just in the process of rehiring, and we have finally got help, so we got to get caught up before we can take new patients.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry to hear that. You came very highly recommended. Yeah.
Well, I can take your name down, and how are you having a problem? You need your teeth cleaned, or what's going on?
No, just a cleaning and checkup.
Okay. Let me take your name and number, and then let me see talk to doctor and see if I could squeeze you in.
Okay. My name is Rich.
Is it Richard?
Richard.
Okay. Last name?
Yola. Yola.
Yola.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And a phone number you can be reached at?
667.
Okay.
724 4484.
Okay. It's 4484, the last 4 digits again?
Yep.
Okay. And you have your Delta Dental ID number with you?
I don't have it with
card?
me. I don't have it with me. Sorry.
Okay. Would you mind giving me your social and I can look it up through there?
I'd rather not give that sensitive information over the phone right this minute.
Well, when you get your card, I can give you a number. You can take a picture front and back and send it to me.
Okay. And when typically will the next appointment be? If you can't squeeze me in, when's the next real appointment?
Right now, I'm probably looking. Right now, probably close to the end of November.
Oh, well, that's not so far. Okay, cool. All right, well, hey,
Okay.
thank you for all the info. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Like I said, let me give you a number that you can call. Send me your information so I can check. Who do you work for?
It's the government, the county.
Okay. All right. All right, then. Like I said, if you want to, let me give you a text number that you can text that information
Mm-hmm.
to me so I can check it up ahead of time.
Sure.
The phone number is
Mm-hmm.
just take a picture front and back of the card and then just send that to me.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Excellent. I love how she referred to the team members as the help. We're a little low on help right now. It sounds like, working for like a custodial service. Now we just hired some new help. Um, but then look, that as I even talked about this today, I'm a big fan of getting new patients in right away and not making them wait. But given the fact that that wasn't the case in this office, it was only like 6.5 weeks for the next appointment. Now, that's way too long in my estimation. But if that's what I was dealing with and I were her, I don't know why she went with the whole rigmarole of we're not seeing new patients. Let me get her name and number. She should have offered me the appointment for 6 weeks out. I might have gladly taken it. And then they could have called me if something else opened earlier. Completely screwed that up. I don't know why she didn't offer me an appointment. Instead of making a million excuses about the help and we're not seeing new patients, they are seeing new patients. The schedule's a little backed up right now, but they are seeing new patients, and she just lost one. Woo! Crazy stuff today, man. Okay, let's do one more call, being as this is so much fun. Take it away.
Dental Care is Bernice. How can I help you?
Excuse me, who's this?
Is this Bernice? How can I help you?
Oh, yeah, I have a question for you. I was told by my last dentist, so I'm not seeing any more, that I needed 4 crowns. Do you do crowns there?
Yes, we do.
And do you accept Delta Dental?
We do, yes.
And does that usually cover the crowns for payment?
Yeah, it'll cover around 50%, give or take.
Good. And what's the fee usually for that?
It just depends on the type of crown that we do. So what we do is we bring you in for the exam, the X-ray, because the doctor has to check and see the X-ray and make sure the tooth structure is all good, and then we'll give you a treatment plan when you get here before we do anything.
I see. Okay. Okay. And how many appointments does a crown usually take?
Usually 2. So you'll come in for the prep date, and then you come back for the delivery.
The delivery. Wow, sounds like fun. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate the information.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Wow. Okay, a couple things. One small, one big. First of all, I know that we beep out the names of the offices, so you couldn't hear this. But when she answered the phone, she had marbles in her mouth. Like, blah, 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 blah. I had no idea that I was calling a dental office. I mean, I couldn't understand a word she said. I'd ask her to repeat it. But of course, the biggest mistake, and you know this one by now, a new patient's calling. They have insurance. They need 4 crowns. And she made absolutely zero attempt to get that potential new patient on the schedule. Horrendous, the worst mistake of all. I think we're going to end it with that. So I'd love to chat with you. We can talk about your practice. I'll do the breakthrough coaching session for you. Just go to matto.com/chat if you're a practice owner in the US. And if you want to stop getting ripped off on your credit card processing fees, whether it's through your practice management software or your bank, use Stacks like we do with the Matto Center, because they only charge a low, flat monthly fee. Go to matto.com/save. That's it for now. I'm Dr. Richard Matto, co-founder of the Matto Center for Dental Practice Success. This is the Dental Practice Fixers podcast, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.